Hey, Miki.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm busy, typical 5th of July stuff, but
I'm sure. I'm sure. I know it started early for you
yeah,
this
I'm
morning.
super happy we could touch base. Sorry, it's a little bit loud here. Is this gonna work?
I think it should be okay. It sounds okay on my end.
Okay, perfect. It's just we checked out, so we're kind of like in the hotel lobby area.
I appreciate you making this work with us. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
We've got a lot of fans, a lot of Tampa fans.
We're relatively new to Tampa, so we're always, like trying to get to know the community better. So we really appreciate you, telling your story.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I'll start off by saying.
Thank you so much. It's amazing to be back, and we got to do it as family this time, so it's even more special.
Yeah, you got your little baby Max. You had a year off to bring him to the world, to be a mom. So you were back in biz.
Yeah. So 2020 was that pandemic socially distanced contest without a crowd. It was just streamed and televised. 2021, like you said, I was 37 weeks pregnant. So I was a commentator, not a competitor. So here I'm back after, it's been since 2019. It's been quite some time.
That's awesome. Well, congrats on your win. I mean, that's very impressive. 40 hot dogs yesterday, which makes my stomach turn just even thinking about it. But how are you feeling today?
It wasn't my best, but a win is a win, and I really just hope that the crowd enjoyed the show. I'm always trying to put on a good performance by hitting high numbers, and I didn't really do that yesterday, but I had a great time. Physically, I feel fine. Kind of puffy, a little bit bloated.
Is that normal after? What do you usually feel like after these competitions?
Immediately afterwards, you just want to get into a nice cold room, and kind of get away from like the loud sounds and strong smells. Just relax in general. I'll feel completely fine in about a week, and by tomorrow I'll feel about 80% back.
Oh my gosh. What makes you do this year after year? Because I assume you'll be back next year. You're the reigning champ.
Yeah, so I started, just for myself, really. You could earn a little bit of money. I'm very competitive. It was fun. I enjoy food and travel and all of that. But the more and more I do this, the more meaningful it's become. I met the love of my life, Nick Weary, doing this. We now have a child together. And, on top of all that, we get to raise money for some great causes, Feeding America, the New York Food Bank. And we're kind of part of people's yearly traditions. We get to make people smile just by doing what we do. So it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, you've become a household name. Do you ever eat hot dogs just for fun now, or is this just competitive?
Yeah, absolutely. I won't be dunking the buns in warm strawberry orange banana liquid. I'd rather top them with raw onion, sauerkraut, brown mustard, something like that. But yeah, I enjoy hot dogs once in a while.
Wait, so what do you dip it in?
So during the contest, we all use, a dunking liquid of some type. I use warm strawberry, orange, banana. I would say Crystal Light, but I just use a generic version. So like either Great Value or whatever, they happen to have, but that particular flavor, I'm very particular.
I just assumed it was water. How did you come up with that concoction?
I think a lot of the competitors use a flavor to offset the savory, taste of the hot dogs, because it gets to be a lot, and it helps combat flavor fatigue if you have something sweet or at least somewhat refreshing to balance out that flavor. And I don't know, I tried a bunch of different flavors, and that one just works for me. And so now it's kind of like the smell of Nathan's Cased hot dogs is like associated with competition, and that drink mix is like associated with victory. And like George Shea yelling. It's all like a weird like reactionary thing that I have now.
That's hilarious. Don't fix what's not broken, right?
Exactly.
I love it. What do you do the night before to prepare? This all takes place on July 4th. Everybody's all excited. What does July 3rd look like for you?
So I was thinking about what I did on the night of the 3rd. I actually took a lavender bubble bath, and I got 8 hours of sleep. So I really just kind of tried to pamper myself. I was really bracing myself for a nightmare of an evening, because this was the first time, I was here with a child. Max is not even a year old yet. So I didn't know how many times he was going to wake up through the night, but thankfully, my husband, Nick, who competes, changed his diapers in the middle of the night. I didn't wake up once. So I got a full night's, yeah, basically that's all you can do. So I'm fasting, I'm staying hydrated, but mainly I'm just getting myself physically and mentally in a good spot.
My goodness, that's like Thanksgiving times 10 on 4th of July for you.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you don't even have like the cool weather that typically accompanies Thanksgiving. We're doing this in like 98 full humidity heat of New York. So
love it. What is your favorite food? Because when you think about food competition, I love a hot dog here and there. Certainly not 40 of them, but what is your favorite meal? If you're just gonna have, last meal, what would it be?
Last meal, oh my gosh, it's so hard to say because my regular diet's actually pretty boring. We stock our fridge full of we have almost skinless chicken breast every just cooked at any given time of the day. That, a lot of fresh produce. I love fruit, but I think my last meal would definitely have a juicy steak, cooked rare, chicken wings, baby back ribs. Those are, and sushi. Those are my 4 favorites.
Sushi for sure. So you answered my question as how you stay so fit, because that's the wild thing. That's what I was saying this morning, is that she's so little. How does she fit 40 hot dogs inside?
Well, I definitely do some extra cardio leading up to the 4th of July, just because I need to be lean and ready to take on that heat. When I'm carrying extra weight, I just lose steam a lot quicker. So, I mean, normally I'm like 140-ish pounds. For the 4th of July, I'll drop down to like 132, 135. I used to say that I work out a lot, but then I met Nick, who is literally a former bodybuilder. So he's serious when it comes to working out. So I feel like I just kind of keep up now.
That's awesome. Oh, well, congrats to both of you. Are you headed home now? What's your plan?
Yeah, we fly out, my flight's at 5:20. So we'll be checked out, kind of just wrapping up loose ends, and we'll be heading out later on tonight. Hopefully I'll be back in Tampa Sans Delays by 8:30 tonight.
Oh, well, we will be welcoming you home for sure. We will definitely want to follow up with you guys. This is exciting. Okay. So I'd love to follow up with you guys.
Oh, yeah, please do. Yeah, we'd love to stay in touch. We can't do any amateur eating contests because that would just be unfair, but we'd love to, judge some or come by and stop by the studio and meet everybody.
When is your next, so where does this go from here? This is what you're known for, your competitive eating, you and your husband both. And this is obviously, everybody looks forward to the 4th of July hot dog eating contest. When's the next contest for you?
I don't think we're competing again until the end of the month. There's a rib fest and a baby back rib eating contest in Minnesota. I've got some family there, so I'm going to go a little bit early, see my grandma, who's 90 years old and super, super young and healthy. So yeah, that's our next competition. But so we just stay on the circuit, and then we do food challenges, we make YouTube videos, and Nick manages the Todd's Couple Superstore in Port Richey. So, and I watch Max, so that's kind of our life.
I love it. Love it. Well, congrats on Max. Congrats on your win. That looks good on you. That nice big belt.
My 8th one, and I'll be
take that in your carry-on. Wear that on the flight.
Yeah. So this year I brought the world champion belt, and now I have the 2022 belt to add to my collection. So I'm actually going through this and a 4-foot trophy. So I don't know how I'm going to do all this, but we'll make it work.
What do you eat today? What did you have? Do you even eat breakfast?
I actually have a whole food salad waiting for me that I'll be snacking on in the plane, and a couple pieces of fruit.
Well, best of luck. Have a safe trip home. Thanks so much for doing this with us. We appreciate it.
I wish Nick was just walking by, but I didn't want to interrupt you. I was going to have a baby.
Yeah. If he wants to jump on there too.
Yeah, sure. Let me go
Let's slide on in. Hey, wait, Miki, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, sorry to take up your time.
I forgot to ask you, because I know you did 40. I know you've done 48 before. What's the most hot dogs you've done?
Yeah, so my record is 48 and a half.
48
yeah, so in 10 minutes, set in 2020.
Counts.
Yeah, I didn't hit that this year, but the numbers were just down all around. It felt like we were eating different hot dogs for some reason. So maybe they changed the recipe. I'm not entirely sure.
Anyway, is it heat related to? I can't imagine that. I'm from New York originally. I grew up on Long Island, so know Coney Island well. But
this is little Max.
Hi, Max. Hi, Nick. How are you? Oh my gosh, he's your little twin. So cute. So cute. Is he?
Took a spill and has a rug burn on his nose, just in time for TV and all close-ups.
His battle wound. He is a doll, though. Is he a big eater too?
He's really healthy. He's got a healthy appetite. He's very tall. So, yeah. Did you say anything to add?
He's not picky. You eat everything from the mashed peas to the mashed ham to all of it. So that's good.
That's a good sign, right? Not a non-picky eater. How are you feeling today?
Tired, a little bloated, but other than that, those are job hazards. So I really can't complain.
You know, man, you did 42, didn't you yesterday? 40 hot dogs as well?
Yeah, we did the same number of hot dogs, and Nick had to do it, kind of fighting a protester. So
Oh, I saw that. That was wild. That was totally wild.
Yeah, that was different. He ended up like knocking over most of my dunking cups. So it's like anybody who watched the contest, like people who are eaters watch, like they're like, you drank a lot of your Gatorade, because normally you keep those as like a just in case.
Right.
But I didn't have any really liquid to dunk my buns in, so I ended up just having to use that as like a backup plan. So
That's no fair.
I have 364 more days to stew on it and get ready for next year.
Next year, you're gonna get them next year. What do you dip them in? Because Miki was saying she's got her special concoction. What do you dip it in?
Mine's a tropical pineapple mango, like Mio essentially. So it's very particular with what I dunk them in particular with my Gatorades I drink, and in particular with my Dunkin' liquid.
Oh my gosh. And then Miki said she goes to a nice room away from everybody. She settles down. What do you do post?
Yeah.
decompress for a bit.
Yeah, we basically do the same thing. We give each other some space while we sit there and kind of half nap and detox with water.
Yeah, comatose after food coma, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you guys both so much. We're definitely want to touch base once you get back to Tampa. We'll want to get you in person. This would be a lot of fun. I'd love to meet you.
Me too. All right.
I hope you guys have a safe trip. Max, you're so cute. Little ham.
Thank you for your
Thanks,
time.
Nick. I appreciate it. We hope you guys have a great trip home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good luck digesting.